Oh man. Alright, so I think this is only my third video. I am not going to be looking at the screen a lot. Hopefully, I don't have to walk away. I'm at my job, so if I see anybody come up, I gotta set the phone down. But yeah, I'm not gonna be looking at the phone because I fucked up and over the past year, if not closer to a fucking 2 years now, I haven't trying not to look in the mirror. And then I fucked up and bought this little mirror at the Dollar Tree, and it's been tripping out and picking at my face, and I'm sure the stresses I'm going through don't help, and my diet and my just irregular schedule and sleep and everything. But um, I found this book by Complete Fate at the Dollar Tree, and it's this book to a clear skin diet that I have not opened yet. I've had for a couple days, but I'm scared that even if I read it, I'm not going to be able to afford or whatever, be able to store food or etc. As far as a diet goes. So it's kind of a bummer, knowing that I can't fix knowing that I can't fix one of the biggest problems that bothers me, mood wise. As soon as I wake up, I think about it and think about something different I could do, or look up different face washes or home remedies, or it's all these different ideas for years now I've been trying to mess with. And I think honestly the root of it is just eating better and exercising and getting on a schedule and getting my life together. But just seems so far fetched. And um coming up on October 8th, I'll have been in Oregon 2 months already, which is pretty fucking wild to think about. Obviously constantly sitting by myself, and when I really think about the fact that I have been here that long already, and that I somehow haven't completely failed, a half-ass have. I mean, I already got and lost a job, and there's a story that goes along with that, a backstory and some crazy shit at the Ramada and the other hotel. But I kind of tried, and then I was doing some shit, and then I didn't get fired for that, but I got fired because I was sneaking into a room to shower and to sleep. It was just fucking crazy. Same old story, bro. I've called 211 to try to get on some lists affordable housing, etc., and some resources for some counseling and some places that go off your pay scale or that can't turn you away, stuff like that. I'm just always struggling with this thing where it's especially when I have been sitting by myself for this whole time, and I complained when I was in Florida that I only had that I had nobody, right? And then I was living in my car, and then I got that job at the hotel on the beach, and was still in my car momentarily, and then at my mom's, and then back to my car, and then the car broke down. And then I was sneaking into that hotel and got caught during the shutdown, COVID. And he let me stay there, and all I knew was Kevin. I didn't ever hang out with him, but we got along at work okay, and I guess, and we smoked, and I don't know, I guess I somewhat had a friend. Then obviously when I was in Florida, is when I started talking to Megan all the time, and that really helped me, and then that stopped. And since then I just, you know it's funny what you complain about at the time, and then you realize it could always be worse, obviously. So I'm glad that, not glad, I'm like somewhat grateful in a weird way that I've had to adjust on how to deal with that because obviously, like, really miss talking to her, but like, I don't like what I would usually do and what I like. Obviously, I think about her often enough to like want to message her, but I know it's not gonna like do anything, and that she's busy, has obviously other priorities. I'm trying to really be responsible and grown up and like understand that. But it's just like weird knowing that that's the last person that was like a friend to me, and I don't know really if I'll ever like make another friend until I am like fixed or on my feet or whatever. This fucking place that I'm staying at, like this fucked up Christian church deal, like a whole nother fucked up story, and the kid that lives in the house with me is like really fucking unstable and like always trying to start shit and um which adds a ton of anxiety. Not like scared. I've been in enough fights and I've been punched square in the face to know like what that feels like. So I don't really care about the whole like getting into it with somebody physically if that had to happen, but it's like I don't have time for that, right, dude? Like I'm trying to get a job, like I got a job and lost it, and now I got another job and I'm trying to like work and send money to my grandma again and like get a fucking car so that people want to play stupid and fucking act like they want to like help me, and like I ask how much rent is and this and that, and they show me like where the shower is and all this stuff, and then like day one off the bat it's just not like that. And then just because I don't want to go to like the church stuff or because I work third shift and I sleep during the day, and like I like wasn't, my schedule wasn't working out like that, like I was hardly ever around, I was uncomfortable because that fucking kid just wasn't worth like the stress of being there. So I was just like sneaking into that job and that type of shit, and it's just like unfortunate and funny. I think about a lot how when like say 5, 6, 7 years ago when I like didn't give a fuck about where I was gonna live for the rest of my life or how I was gonna have like money or how I was gonna be caught up on child support or how I was gonna have a vehicle with actual insurance on it or like wanted to stop drinking or like just be more responsible. Like now that I want to do that, I just can't get a fucking like stone to step on or whatever you want to say, like whatever you want to say. So it's just like I don't know where to go from here, but hopefully that I can get some of this stuff cleared up and some of my like mental issues. I really get tripped out when I start thinking about them, so I fucking tend to ignore them. But really, I do need to see what the hell is up. And like I said, if I could exert some of the stuff into healthier activities and working out and somehow figure out a schedule and feel like I don't have like 30, 40, 50 things on a list all at once that I'm trying to handle, like that'd be really fucking great because it's really starting to blow my brain up all the time, and I just feel like exhausted all the time, and then working third shift doesn't help. And how I feel about my face doesn't help, and just everything pretty much doesn't help. I don't have a lot of positives. I don't know if I have any positives. Besides quote unquote weed, which I've started to realize isn't even really all I thought it was like set out to be. Like I love it. Obviously, don't get me wrong, like it helps me a lot, but I think I turned to it way too much instead of trying to handle what the hell is actually going on. That's just an honest assessment. And it's been observing a lot, thinking a lot of conversations with myself, trying not to lose my mind, trying not to jump off a building, trying not to get on hard drugs or turn back to alcohol. For real, for real. But and I looked, and I shouldn't, because I get looking and I see fucking large pores, and then if I get looking at my forehead, I see fucking redness. This is something I've been dealing with for probably 2 or 3 years. Like, and when I first started dealing with it when I first moved to Florida, like from Wisconsin the first time. Like I literally went to a dermatologist, like a fucking licensed specialist dermatologist place specifically for that, and they just got like gave me this tube of prescription shit and blah 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 and some sort of like face wash bar. But it's like, dude, like I said, nothing's really like fixing the root problem. Like I don't look like I did 4 or 5 years ago. Like in a stressful, mentally fucked up, got tweaked out way. Like, but not on fucking drugs. Like I got tweaked out on my own mind. Like from making all the notes to fucking from there on out. Like I know when I start thinking about it, but I don't want to reiterate it to people because it doesn't even make sense, you know. So that's how it gets annoying when I try to go to counseling and shit. And this fucking YouTube shit, I guess, is more, again, for me to look back on. Same as the Facebook shit I post. Like, one day when I get my mind and my fucking, all my messages and Facebook and my phone and my email, everything fucking cleaned up and straightened out, and I'm fucking in a place or I have an RV, vehicle, job. I'm like really trying to limit the stupid shit I'm doing. I know I'm gonna fuck up, but like really try to think more and watch what I say and not snap on people and fucking try to be grateful even though I don't have much and like etc etc, you know, man, like let's get better. But what I really want to do when I get my first check from here, I plan on sending my grandma probably like 600, if not 7 if I can, but probably around like 600, and then hopefully still have a few hundred left.
Fix the dryer. It's not wanting to take apart.
It's just kind of janky. Yeah, you just kind of gotta really. I can come do it for you, but it's gonna be messed up for me too. I had to really. You want me to
with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how to get janky with it?
Yeah. Well. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go help this guy with the dryer, I guess.